feelings about Joe Biden, about who he feels like the man is, and that made it more powerful after we had heard him destroy everybody else. Really strong night from both of the guys, really, honestly.
Well, it was great. I thought he was great. I don't know who from our organization paid him not to make fun of CNN. There was not a single mention of us, and we usually get a jab or two.
Jab or two. We usually get like 5 minutes.
Right, let's see what we got here. All right, so this next setup we have, we can say this is a club scene, bar scene. Yeah, so that's what we have here. To start off, I got my key light here at 45-degree angle on my left side, about arm and a half distance to my left, camera right. So that's where my key light is at. I have it inside of a softbox with the honeycomb grid covering it. And at first I had the light pointed towards me, so it was getting a lot of spill on that back ceiling. You can kind of see the hot spot on not the ceiling, on the wall back there. So I had to kind of angle it to go past that way, so the light spot won't be on that wall back there. So that's what I did here, and I do like this look as well. So besides that, I have my fill bounce over here. So basically the light is just hitting my bounce and then bouncing back, filling this up. Not too much. We don't want it too dark for this one. I think I've been underexposing lately, so I'm gonna go ahead and overexpose. And right now, my meter says I'm underexposed. So that's what my meter is showing me, that I'm underexposed. But I'm looking, I'm looking good. I checked my IRE with my gray card, and the gray card has me 60 IRE, right below 60 IRE. I typically was doing like 35 IRE, but you got to understand that the values that they give you for that is typically for a lighter skin person. So I don't think they did those measurements for the darker skin. So I feel with the darker skin, you have to add more IRE value to what you typically supposed to have. So you're typically supposed to have, like I said, between 35 and 40. And that's for, a light skinned person. But being that, I'm dark and there's other people that's dark, I would go ahead and put those values around 50 to 60 IREs. All right. So besides that, we got the small panel on the side with the red gel that's covering it, so it can splash on this wall back here. Also in the back, around the corner there, I have a MC, Aputure MC, and that's on the party effect, so it's toggling between different colors back there. Also in the back as well, I have a panel that's hitting the ceiling, and that's set to 5700, and that's hitting the ceiling to add a little ambience back there, and just so it won't be so dark, and in the corners and things like that. Because like I said, once I bring it to edit, I'm going to bring those the shadows down, so it's going to be crushed. It's going to be crushed. But what I want to start doing, try to do now is let's start exposing correctly, while we're on set, and then take it to edit, and then, like I said, crunch the blacks. So I'm just going to kind of test this out and kind of see how that is. But yeah, that's basically our setup. That's all the lights we have back there. 2 in the back. We got a bounce here. We got the little LED over here that's hitting that splash of the wall. and just kind of doing a little separation. So we got the table as the foreground, then we have me as the middle ground, and then we have the back as the background. So I'm trying to, not only do the contrast, the white balance, and now I'm gonna do like more framing and foreground and things like that. So that's what I'm kind of working on right now. So we on the Canon C300, and we are at 1.8 f-stop. 1.8 f-stop. And the reason why I want 1.8 is because I want it blurry in the back. So when you're blurred in the back, it kind of gives you that separation from the background versus if, me and the background's the same, aperture, then, you wouldn't see any separation. So therefore I brought the f-stop down to 1.8 and so I can get the blur in the back. And that's only because of the distance that I am and able to shoot from here to the back of the wall. Now, if I had a much more space, then what I can do, I can go to my typical 2.8 f-stop that I usually do, and then I could just go ahead and move myself forward and move the camera back. But where I'm at now, I can't go up anymore, and my camera can't go back anymore. So yeah, that's where we at, man. And we at ISO 400. So what I want to do also, because they did say change it to ISO 800. So I'm glad I caught that. So what I want to do is I want to stop it here, restart it again, and I'm gonna change my my ISO to 400. Excuse me, to 800. All right. So let's go ahead and stop it here. My ISO is at 800 right now. So what I want to try to do is see, maybe do we do, only because it's bright right now, it's looking real rich, but maybe do we do a f-stop, add an f-stop on there, excuse me, add a stop and ND filter. So I'm about to do that right now. I'm going to add one stop and ND on there, as I just did there. So I added one stop at ND. I have it at 800 ISO. I have it at 1.8 f-stop, and I don't think I can go down anymore. I think that's the lowest I can go is 1.8 because I'm on the Sigma. I think if I had the 24, I'm on, and I'm on a 35 millimeter. So this 35 millimeter lens too as well. So 35 millimeter. I know on my 24 Canon lens, I think that goes down to like a 1.4, I believe. But I put a stop at ND on here. ISO is 800. And yeah, so I'm going to just test this out and see, is my highlights in the back, is it crushing, and do I got noise or whatever? But I also read too that, hey, you can also double your ISO too and still not lose any value. So next what I'm going to do is I'm going to double my ISO from 800 to 1600 and then see what we have there. So I'm going to stop it here and do that now, just to see if I can get my image up just a little bit more. Am I looking at the meter right? Or no, that's just the center. Okay, never mind. So it's the meter's reading, I'm really low. So, I'm looking at the, yeah, so I'm pretty low. So you know what, I'm gonna leave it here. And then I'm gonna go ahead and stop it, start it again, and have it at 1600, see how that looks. All right. So let's stop it here. Okay, so now we started back again. I'm at ISO 1600. So this actually, I think it looks a little better than the when I had it on 800. Because I had it before, I had it on 800, I had it on 400. Then I turned the ISO up, and then I had to adjust everything else, like put an ND, stop an ND on there. But I think this picture looking good from a 1600 at 2 stops of ND. I think it brought me back right to the original look I had when I had it set on 400 ISO. So yeah, this is it right here. So we're gonna go ahead and take that into post and see what that looking like. Now I see I got darkness over here, so I know this is gonna be pixelated. So before we even end up stopping, I want to go ahead and put some light over here. All right, so let's do that real quick. Okay, so now this is the same settings that I had before. Only thing that I changed was the ISO. The ISO is now set to 800. So it went from 1600 to 800. All my settings the same. All the lights are still in the same area, same placement and everything. So, and as you can see, this shot did get a little darker, and it still looks pretty good. You know, it looks moody. Um, you know, I see the side lights, everything still lit up. The back did get a little bit lower, so it's not as bright as well. Yeah, I guess so. I guess it is. You know, but yeah, I mean, I still like this look. I still like this look. Now, what I want to do now, I want to go ahead and stop it. Take my ND filter off, bring it down to 400. So my main focus is really focused on the light and the white balance. All right, so now at the point now we have to get our picture right. So I'm trying different things out. I'm doing my research and I'm, you know, putting it to use to kind of see exactly what's going on. So we tried 1600 ISO, we tried 800 ISO, and now I'm going to try 400 ISO. And besides trying that, I want to put lights in every aspect of this frame just to see, because I typically get a lot of gray and pixelation in the darker areas. So I figure let me try to cover all aspect with lights, color contrast, and then maybe we can figure out that was the issue and we can get a better, clearer, and cleaner picture. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and stop it here. I'm going to back to 400. Now only because I like this look, well actually no, I'm looking at the picture and this stuff looks dark. But I'm at 400 ISO with 2 stops of ND filter. Everything else is still the same. All right, so I just kind of want to give a quick little shot of this just to see how this looks once I put it in post. It looks dark, looks underexposed. It's probably gonna be a lot of grain, but we don't know. I just want to test different stuff out. I'm gonna go ahead and stop this and go take the 2 stops of ND filter off. Okay, so now we are at 400. I took the 2 stops of ND filter off, and all the settings are the same except for the ISO and the 2 stops of ND filter. All the lights are still placed at the same place. And yeah, so this is how it is. This is how it is. So we're gonna see if this 400 ISO worked. Because like I said, I've been reading, they said, you know, when you're at C-Log, you're at C-Log 3, you need to have it on 800 ISO. So I'm at 400 ISO, whichever one gives me the cleanest picture, because it's a lot of information out there. And one, you know, somebody's saying this, and they're not saying, hey, don't do this. I saw this, don't do this. No, they're just, hey, do this and do this. But one person is not saying do this and do this. One person is saying do this, and another person is saying doing this. So basically what I'm doing, I'm just trying it out and getting my little examples together and go ahead and put it in edit and kind of see how it goes there. So yeah, man, trial and error, but we're going to stop it here and see how it is. But cheers. All right, so what I want to do now is show you the difference between having the bounce versus not having a bounce. I don't have any negative fill here. I just don't have anything here. I think if I did have a negative fill here, it'd probably be a little bit darker because, you know, we still have a white wall over there. But you see how I'm looking now, and now watch when I add the bounce to the side, you're going to see how it gives me a lift here. So let's take a look at that. So as you can see, it lifts it up, you know, and when I take it to edit and add my little shadows to it, then, you know, it'll bring it back down. But it'll still give you detail when it does come back down, you know. But some people may like this look all the way down. Look, I like the look. Typically, I don't like the bounce on certain shots, so it all depends on your background. So this will conclude this setup for today. Thank you for tuning in. Oh, excuse me, white balance. White balance. Where's my white balance? My white balance is at 5700, which is this light. My key light is 5700. But you know what I like to do? I like to go ahead and change some white balance up. So let's go ahead and make it a little warmer. So I'm at 5710. Let's go to let's go to 7140. We're going to 7140. And as you can see, this got a little warmer. Let's go to 8330. A little oranger. Okay. Let's go to 9090. Okay. And then let's boost it up to 11,110 white balance. And that's when we get a little orangey. Alright, so let's go back to 5710. 5710. And that looks beautiful. Now let's go the other way. Let's go do our Ozark like we typically do. I'll do my Ozark first. Yeah, so I like the Ozark look. I like this. That I'm looking in. Yeah, it looks pretty good. Now this looks like Ozark, but this is my Ozark. Let's go to the original Ozark. Okay, I'm at 4440. My Ozark is 4550. This Ozark is the true Ozark is 4440. So, and I like it. I like it. It looks good. It looks good. So let's go to 3700, and that's when we get a little cooler. So it depends on the look that you're going for. You know, 3700. Let's go to, which I don't like. I don't like seeing it that low, but let's go to 3330. Let's go to 3330. So 3330, a little bit bluer, and it all depends on, you know. My key light is now blue. The lower I'm going, the bluer it get. The higher I'm going, the warmer it get. So let's go to 2700. That was 27. So 2700. That's more of a stylized shot right here. So if that's the look that you want, you know, you partying, grooving, yeah. So what's up, man? You got, you know, you talk to me about this, you talk to me about that. We're gonna have to figure it out. All right. And you know, so this is all preference. It's all preference. You know, I like this. This like got a cold look. You know, it could be nighttime shot, but let's go back to our original white balance, which is 5710. And we're back. So let's go ahead and stop it here. Thank you guys for tuning in. Go ahead and leave me a like, comment. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. If you have any questions, hit me up. Or if you have any advice, let me know. Always looking to learn more. All right. So catch you guys on the next one.